Have you ever wanted to bake a brioche bread so good that it's super flaky on the exterior, but yet so soft and buttery inside and melts in your mouth? Today we are going to tackle one of the most iconic French breads, the brioche. And although I may not eat this bread every day, one of my favorite breakfasts to consume on a morning is the French toast. This bread works exceptionally well in making a delicious golden French toast with a beautiful syrup on a beautiful morning with a nice cup of coffee. If you follow the details step by step, even if you are a beginner, you will always get it right. Into a bowl, we are adding 8 grams of yeast, which is one package, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar to start, 250 ml of lukewarm whole milk, which is 1 cup. We are also starting off with half cup of flour, bread flour preferably, and we are going to use a whisk and whisk it into a smooth batter similar to a pancake. We want the yeast to activate and become nice, bubbly and frothy. Place it into a warm environment covered for 1 hour. While the yeast is activating, let's sift our flour. We are sifting 5.5 cups of bread flour. Bread flour usually has about 12 to 14% of protein compared to all-purpose flour that has 9 to 11%. When flour and water is combined, it forms gluten. More gluten equals more stretch in the dough. And because I am a little bit extra, I am going to also be sifting my sugar. Brioche is a lightly sweetened French bread. Add half teaspoon of salt and mix to combine. This is an enriched high protein bread, so we are cracking 5 large eggs into a bowl and whisk everything until it's nice yellow and flowy. The yolk of the eggs will give the bread nice color and a really nice deep rich flavor. The yeast is ready and activated. It's highly fluffed and has a lot of air bubbles. If I could go back, I would add 1 more tablespoon of flour, but we are off to a good start. We have all our ingredients ready and we are adding the ingredients into intervals. We are going to mix this in a mixer bowl and not by hand today. I need my hands to do 3 more recipes. After the yeast leaven mixture has been added to the bowl, gradually introduce flour. I'm going to use 1.5 cups at a time. You can also use your hands to mix this recipe. The same method applies. Using your dough hook, start mixing on speed 2 until the flour has been incorporated. Once the flour has been soaked up, you will gradually add the eggs, and we are going to do that pattern until all the flour and the eggs has been exhausted. This is the same interval method that you would use, for instance, when you are making a cake. You would add the dry, the wet, the dry, the wet. It's the same procedure. Let's add our last batch of flour. The more flour you add and the dough becomes more dense, you want to increase the speed. It will come together and look a bit dense, but don't worry. This is why we have 1 cup of softened butter. We will add 1 tablespoon at a time, allowing the dough to consume the butter before we add the other tablespoon. At the end of adding the butter, increase the speed for 8 minutes and you should get something that looks enriched, moist and shiny like this. Pulling a piece off and stretching it is a good method to test to see how much the gluten has formed. Place the soft yellow glossy dough onto a surface. The surface should be preferably without dusting flour, and if you do add flour, you want to add just a tiny bit. Form it into a nice smooth ball. It should not stick to your hand or anything like that. If it's sticking to your hand, it simply means that the dough was not mixed enough. You still need to knead it a little bit more. Place it into a bowl, cover it up with plastic wrap, and allow it to rest and rise a little bit for about 1 hour. After 1 hour, place it on a countertop, and we are going to divide our dough into 7 parts. If you have gotten this far into the video, give the video a thumbs up, which helps my YouTube channel to grow by reaching more people, to help me grow and to make better content. The amount of pieces that you use to divide your dough would depend on the kind of pans that you are going to use. I am using a long pan and a short pan. Fold the pieces into a ball roll them out, and we're going to flap the two ends in. This is only one bread design. There's so many different bread designs. You can also do this as a loaf. I am using my pan as a guide for the width, and we're going to roll these up and place them into the baking pan. However, if you decide to try these bread rolls and you roll them too tight, they are going to crack while the bread is baking. If you leave them to rise for the last time and you do not cover them, the top will dry out and they will also crack while they are baking. You want to roll them lightly and then place them into the baking pan. This is what they look like. We're going to allow these to rise for 1 hour until they have doubled in size. Cover them with plastic wrap. In this case, I am using my loaf pan covers to cover these up. You can find the link to these in the description box. Once they are uncovered, they should have doubled in size. You will simply use some egg wash or some milk, and you want to brush them. And we're going to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. And once they begin to brown, I will crank up the heat to 365 degrees Fahrenheit for another 10 minutes. The type of baking pan you use doesn't really matter that much, as long as it's a loaf pan. You can even make these into bread rolls. Let's pop them in the oven. At the end of the baking process, you should have something that is beautiful, and when you pull them apart, they should stretch, they should be buttery, they should be soft with a flaky exterior, and my favorite part is the end of this bread. The end of this bread is similar to a croissant, but it's very moist inside. We have now come to the end of our recipe. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up, a subscribe. Help me to grow my YouTube channel by sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another one of my recipes.